My beloved child, if this message has found you today, it is not by accident. Last night, while a family gathering was taking place, someone could no longer keep their emotions hidden. They tried to act normal. They tried to smile, laugh, and focus on everyone around them. But the feelings they have been carrying for so long became too strong to ignore. In a moment they did not plan for, their heart revealed more than they intended. What happened next caused people around them to notice a change, and a conversation began that they never expected. This message was meant for you because there is more happening behind the scenes than you realize. My child, I know you have been walking through a season of questions. You have wondered whether your prayers were being heard. You have felt lonely at times, unseen at times, and tired from waiting for clarity. Yet just as a seed grows beneath the soil long before anyone can see it, I have been working in places hidden from your eyes. The connection, the lessons, the growth, and even the delays have all been serving a purpose. While you believed nothing was changing, roots were growing deeper. While you thought doors were closed, I was preparing paths that could not yet be revealed. Nothing you have experienced has been wasted. Listen carefully, my precious one. The emotions that surfaced last night were not random. They were the result of feelings that have been building quietly for a long time. Just as winter eventually gives way to spring, what has been hidden cannot remain hidden forever. Hearts can only carry unspoken truths for so long before they seek the light. I want you to remain calm and trust the process unfolding before you. Do not let fear or doubt take control of your thoughts. I have been watching over every step of your journey, and the story is far from over. What began to unfold at that gathering is only the first sign of something much deeper that is still to come. My dear child, there is something I want you to understand today. After those emotions surfaced, the atmosphere around that gathering quietly shifted. People may not have understood everything they were seeing, but they sensed that something meaningful was hidden beneath the surface. The person on your heart found it harder than ever to pretend that their feelings did not exist. Memories began returning to them one after another. Small moments they once dismissed suddenly felt important. Conversations they thought they had forgotten came back with unexpected clarity. It was as if their heart was gently reminding them of truths their mind had tried to ignore. Many times, you have wondered why waiting has been such a large part of your journey. Yet waiting is often where the deepest transformation happens. Consider a gardener who plants seeds in the ground. The garden does not bloom the next morning. For weeks, there may be no visible evidence of growth. Yet beneath the soil, life is developing exactly as it should. In the same way, I have been tending parts of your life that you cannot yet see. Every disappointment taught you resilience. Every delay strengthened your faith. Every moment of uncertainty pushed your roots deeper into the ground so that future blessings would have a strong foundation. Listen closely, my child. What is unfolding now is not simply about emotions being revealed. It is about hearts awakening to what truly matters. The person connected to this story is beginning to see things differently than before. The distractions that once occupied their attention no longer carry the same weight. They are being drawn toward honesty, reflection, and understanding. This process may not happen overnight, but change has already begun. So do not lose hope. Continue moving forward with peace in your heart. I have guided you through every storm, and I will continue guiding you through what comes next. The story is still unfolding, and soon you will understand why this moment became a turning point neither of you expected. My precious one, there are moments in life that seem ordinary on the surface but become powerful turning points in ways no one expects. Last night was one of those moments. After the gathering continued, the person on your heart found themselves thinking about you even when other conversations were happening around them. They tried to focus elsewhere, yet their thoughts kept returning to the same place. It was not because someone forced those feelings to appear. It was because the truth inside their heart had become too strong to silence. The more they tried to move away from it, the more clearly they began to understand what those emotions truly meant. I know there were times when you questioned whether your presence made any difference in someone's life. There were days when silence made you feel forgotten and seasons when nothing seemed to move in the direction you hoped for. But remember this, my child. The strongest roots grow in darkness long before anyone sees the tree. A mighty oak does not become strong during sunny days alone. It grows strong because it survives storms, harsh winds, and difficult seasons. In the same way, your spirit has been strengthened through experiences that once felt painful and confusing. What seemed like setbacks were often preparing you for something greater than you could imagine. This message was meant for you because I want you to stop measuring your journey by what you can currently see. Many things are taking shape beyond your view. Hearts are changing. Perspectives are shifting. Lessons are being understood. The person connected to this story is beginning to recognize the value of what they once overlooked. They are seeing your kindness differently. They are remembering your energy differently. They are realizing that some connections leave an imprint that cannot easily be erased. Be at peace, my child. Do not chase answers or force outcomes. Continue walking with faith. Just as dawn arrives after the longest night, clarity is approaching. What started as an emotional moment at a family gathering is becoming the beginning of a much deeper realization, and the next chapter will reveal even more of what has been unfolding behind the scenes. My beloved child, as the night continued, something remarkable began to happen within the heart of this person. The noise of the gathering slowly faded into the background, but the feelings they had been trying to ignore remained. They watched family members talking, sharing stories, and laughing together, yet their thoughts kept drifting toward you. For the first time in a long while, they stopped running from what they felt. Instead, they allowed themselves to sit with those emotions. And in that quiet moment, they realized that what they had been carrying was far deeper than a passing thought or temporary feeling. It had become a part of them, woven into their heart in a way they could no longer deny. My child, this is often how truth reveals itself. Not through dramatic events or loud announcements, but through gentle moments of clarity. A river does not create a canyon in a single day. It shapes the landscape little by little until its influence can no longer be ignored. In the same way, the connection surrounding this story has been shaping hearts over time. You may have felt like nothing was happening. You may have wondered whether your prayers were simply disappearing into silence. Yet I tell you now, every prayer was heard. Every hopeful thought was noticed. Even during seasons when you felt completely alone, I was working in ways that your eyes could not yet perceive. Listen carefully, my dear child. What makes this moment important is not only what they felt, but what those feelings are teaching them. They are beginning to understand the value of sincerity, loyalty, and genuine connection. Things that once distracted them are losing their power. The opinions of others are becoming less important than the truth they carry inside. This transformation may still be unfolding, but it has already begun. Just as spring cannot be stopped once it arrives, a heart that has awakened cannot easily return to sleep. So remain patient and keep your spirit at peace. I have been guiding this journey with wisdom and purpose. The story is moving forward exactly as it should, and what is revealed next will help you understand why every step of this path has mattered. My dear child, after the gathering ended and everyone began returning to their routines, the emotions that surfaced did not disappear. In fact, they became even harder to ignore. Sometimes a person believes they can leave their feelings behind when an event is over, but true emotions do not work that way. They follow the heart home. As the night grew quieter, this person found themselves reflecting on everything they had been trying not to think about. The conversations faded, the noise faded, but the thoughts of you remained. What they felt during those moments was not confusion. It was recognition. A realization that certain connections continue to live within the heart no matter how much time passes. My precious one, there is a reason I am showing you this. Too often, you have judged your journey by outward signs alone. When you saw no movement, you assumed nothing was happening. When answers seemed delayed, you feared they might never come. Yet beneath the surface, life has been unfolding exactly as a seed unfolds beneath the earth. No one applauds the seed while it is growing in darkness. No one celebrates the roots while they are still hidden. But without that unseen growth, the flower could never bloom. The same has been true for you. While you were learning patience, wisdom, and strength, other pieces of the story were also being prepared. Listen closely, my child. The heart can ignore many things, but it cannot ignore truth forever. The person connected to this message is entering a season of deeper understanding. They are beginning to recognize what truly matters and what was merely a distraction. They are seeing the past through clearer eyes and viewing the future from a different perspective. This does not mean every answer will appear immediately, but it does mean that important changes are already taking place. So do not allow doubt to steal your peace. Continue moving forward with confidence and faith. I have been watching over every chapter of your story, and I am leading you toward lessons, blessings, and revelations that will make sense in time. What started as an emotional moment at a family gathering is becoming something far more meaningful than either of you expected. My beloved child, there comes a moment when a person can no longer pretend that their heart feels nothing. That moment is not always dramatic. Sometimes it arrives quietly, late at night, when the world is still and there is no noise left to hide behind. This person has entered that kind of season. The emotions that surfaced at the family gathering opened a door inside them, and now they find themselves looking at their life from a different perspective. They are questioning things they once accepted without thought. They are reflecting on choices they made and opportunities they allowed to pass by. Most of all, they are beginning to understand that some people leave a mark on the soul that cannot simply be forgotten. Your presence has become one of those marks. My child, while this is happening, I also want you to look at your own journey. Think about how far you have come. There were days when your heart felt heavy with disappointment. There were moments when you wondered why certain doors closed or why certain answers never arrived when you wanted them. Yet each challenge shaped you into someone stronger, wiser, and more compassionate. A tree does not become sturdy because it avoids storms. It becomes sturdy because it learns how to stand through them. In the same way, every trial you faced added strength to your spirit. Every difficult season prepared you for blessings that require a stronger foundation. This message was meant for you because I do not want you to lose hope while the story is still unfolding. Trust that I am working in places beyond your sight. Trust that hearts can change, understanding can grow, and clarity can arrive when the timing is right. The person connected to this message is learning lessons that cannot be rushed. They are being guided toward honesty with themselves and toward a deeper awareness of what truly matters. So release your worries into my hands. Let peace replace fear. Let faith replace uncertainty. The path ahead is still being written, and soon another piece of the picture will come into view. When it does, you will realize that even the moments that seemed insignificant were quietly leading toward something greater all along. My precious one, the deeper this person reflects, the more difficult it becomes for them to ignore what their heart has been trying to say. What began as a fleeting emotional moment at a family gathering has now become a quiet awakening. They are noticing signs and memories they once overlooked. Small details that seemed unimportant before now carry meaning. Certain conversations return to their mind unexpectedly. Certain moments bring a smile they cannot explain. It is as though pieces of a puzzle are slowly coming together, revealing a picture they were never fully able to see before. The truth is becoming clearer, and clarity has a way of changing everything. My child, while these changes are taking place, remember that your worth has never depended on another person's recognition. Your value was established long before anyone understood your heart. Too often, you have looked at delays and assumed they were signs of rejection. Yet many delays were actually acts of protection. I was guiding you away from paths that were not meant for you and preparing you for lessons that would strengthen your spirit. Just as a gardener carefully prunes a tree so it can grow healthier and stronger, I have been removing things from your life that would have limited your future growth. What felt like loss was often preparation. What felt like silence was often guidance in disguise. Listen carefully, my dear child. The season ahead is not about forcing outcomes or chasing answers. It is about trusting the process I have set in motion. The person connected to this story is moving through a period of realization, and realization cannot be rushed. Hearts unfold like flowers opening to the morning sun, one petal at a time. Continue focusing on your own growth, your own peace, and your own purpose. Let faith anchor you when questions arise. Let hope remain alive even when the path seems unclear. I have never left your side, and I never will. The events that began unfolding that night are leading toward greater understanding, and the next chapter will reveal why patience has been one of the most important lessons of this entire journey. My beloved child, there is something beautiful that happens when a heart finally stops resisting what it truly feels. The struggle begins to fade. The confusion starts to clear. The person connected to this message is slowly reaching that point. They are no longer able to convince themselves that these emotions are temporary or insignificant. The more they reflect, the more they recognize how much your presence has influenced their journey. What they once pushed aside now returns with greater strength and clarity. They are beginning to understand that some connections are placed in our lives not to teach us dependence, but to awaken parts of ourselves we did not know existed. This realization has been growing within them quietly, and it continues to grow with every passing day. My child, I know there were times when you felt forgotten. There were nights when you wondered whether anyone truly understood your heart. You carried hopes that seemed delayed and dreams that appeared distant. Yet throughout all of it, I was guiding you. Think of a river flowing toward the ocean. Along its path, it encounters rocks, sharp turns, and unexpected obstacles. Yet none of those things stop the river from reaching its destination. They simply shape its journey. In the same way, every challenge you faced has shaped you into the person you are becoming. The waiting seasons were not empty seasons. They were seasons of preparation. The unanswered questions were not punishments. They were invitations to grow deeper roots of faith and trust. Listen closely, my precious one. The story is moving toward greater understanding, even if every detail has not yet been revealed. Continue walking forward without fear. Continue trusting that what is meant for you will never pass you by. The person connected to this story is learning lessons that are changing the way they see themselves, their future, and the connections that matter most. Meanwhile, I am continuing to work within your life as well. New opportunities, new insights, and new blessings are being prepared in ways you cannot yet see. Hold on to hope. Hold on to peace. And remember this truth above all else: nothing you experienced was wasted. Every tear, every prayer, every season of waiting has been woven into a greater purpose. The journey is not ending, my child. In many ways, it is only just beginning.